Yes, that is right. Kyle Mashel eliminated from playoff contention. Obviously, not actually eliminated, but he's 0-3, and he has a horrendous roster. And I really wanted to make this thing here, so this graphic. So I wanted to do it. Kyle sucks. He's basically eliminated from the playoffs. He's basically fighting to stay off the bottom now and avoid that punishment. Let's get into it. So yeah, before I get into the matchups, here's everyone's record. We got Scott at 3-0, Maish at 0-3, everyone else somewhere in between. Last week, I talked to Cal as the lowest scorer. He wanted to talk about his team. This week, Ish reached out to me to talk about his team as the highest scorer. So now we're going to kick it to guest speaker Ishan.
Thanks, fellas. It is General Singosi, leader of all Maxes, live in Texas, coming to you live from my car because I cannot be saying these words in the office. I just wanted to come out and address some of the allegations about what I have done to Brett's team this past week, because I think that's illegal in 48 states. I just want to say, 2X champ might be washed up. Time to hang up the cleats, man. Just like your boy Aaron Rodgers. Cortland Sutton and Jason put you in the ground. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be 3X champs this year.
Yeah, so you heard the man. Ish put belt to ass on Brett this week. As you can see behind me, it got ugly. 152-80. What a shit kicking by Ish here, honestly. He goes to 2-0. He has the most points for. I think he's right above me. But yeah, everybody on Ish's team had a good day. Even Njoku, he was the only one in single digits. He had 9. If Cortland Sutton's going to play like that, Ish is going to be a really hard team to beat because that's kind of his only weak spot so far. Obviously, Kyron Williams and Gibbs have been awesome. Kyler's been okay. Like, I don't know. Ish, it's a boom team that's been booming. JSN's been awesome. Gibbs is awesome. Lot of fun, this team. But it also helps when your kicker and defense both score that many points. On the other hand, B, 2X champ, 2-time in a row. Not in a row. Whatever, I'm tired. Brett's team sucks. CeeDee Lamb's out now for probably at least 2 weeks. Tyrone Tracy's out, and he got his job stolen from Scatabo anyway. He started Mooney instead of Waddle, which was a mistake, but doesn't matter. Jonnu Smith, not good. Lamar and Jordan Mason are very fun. Everyone on the Vikings was fun last week, but still. I don't know why Lamar didn't throw to Zay Flowers, but that was tough. Once again, not going to matter for this matchup, but man, Brett's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble here. He's 1-2 at least for him, but man, it's scary. Good win, Ish, and as you said, an absolute just bad things. All right, the matchup that made Scott 3-0. I'm not gonna lie, I never saw this coming. I don't think anybody would have seen this coming. Especially since his defense had -1. James Conner out for the season, and he still gets the win. Yeah, Herbert did not have a great game by his standards for fantasy, but he was still awesome in the actual game. Myers had 1 catch to start. The first play the Raiders had on offense, he caught a 50-yard bomb and then didn't really do shit afterwards. But even with James Conner out, he's got Scatabo on his bench, who is going to be a great plug, especially since Tracy's out anyway. I don't know, like back to what I said, I don't know who in the right mind would even roster the Bengals defense, let alone start them against Minnesota. It's just insane, but a win's a win. Rag, you refuse to quit on CJ Stroud. It's so stupid that it's almost respectable, but not quite. Tet has looked awesome when you watch him play. He needs a little more volume, I feel like. Because every time I watch him, he's doing something sick, and he looks awesome out there, but who knows. Yeah, you got kind of fucked over by your boy Javonte Williams. No fumble. He gets in the end zone once. It's a different game. You might win. Kamara, he might legitimately quit. He might retire soon. That Saints team is so bad. But yeah, Rag looks okay. Jefferson Javonte, McMillan, McBride, Keenan. This is a good core. Keenan's wide receiver 5, which is just insane. Him and Quentin Johnson are stealing all of Ladd's touches, but we'll get to Ladd. He's been bad. But yeah, good win, Scott. 3-0. Historically, if you can get to 5 wins, you're safe from the punishments. So Scott is almost there. I just bit my mouth. Fuck, that sucked. All right, I'm going to take a break. Good win. Fuck. All right, I'm recovered a little bit. So we just talked about Scott going to 3-0. Maish falls to 0-3, as you saw the graphic earlier, all but eliminated from playoff contention unless he rips off 6 or 7 games in a row here. He's only broken 100 once this season so far. This roster is disgusting. Russi needs to get cut. I know it wasn't a great waiver wire option, but he needs to go. At least Judkins has arrived. He's taken over that Cleveland backfield. Maybe Henderson will take over the Patriots backfield now that Gibby and Henderson each just hand the ball off to the other team. I don't know. Travis Hunter is not a fantasy. He's not good in fantasy. He's been playing more defense now than offense, and even when he gets on offense, Lawrence doesn't look for him. Jags wide receivers out on him. Sneaky, though, Maish has a little bit of depth. He has Henderson, Pittman, Shakir, Kincaid, and Hollywood Brown all on his bench. You might just want to package. I don't know if those guys are good enough to package, but I don't know what you do here. You need to get some new talent and some influx into this roster. Pushan, 2-1. I am surprised because you have Olave, a rookie tight end, and Patrick Mahomes. But you got to win on a shitty Mahomes, a shitty Derrick Henry week. Derrick Henry had that ball absolutely just punched out of his hand. Hayden Hutchinson, that was nuts. But yeah, I mean, Maish, you can't predict the Monty 30 bomb on a Monday night and the A.J. Brown coming out party. What Pushan should be worried about is Mike Evans going down. He has literally nobody to replace him. The bench on this roster is deplorable. It's ugly. It's very, very ugly. But yeah, good win, Poosh. Let's move on to the next matchup. Sure, I'm just clicking around to random ones. Sutton beats Hayden. Sutton finally gets in the win column, and I officially cannot figure out Hayden's team. He'll score 160 and then just like 6, and now he's at 80. He's horrible. I don't know. Hayden basically got single-handedly beaten by his own quarterback's legacy game. Shout out Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was Sutton's only good player. Eagles defense was his second best. Team's not great, but you got to get a wins wherever you can find them. Keep yourself off the bottom there. Sutton, well done. Ladd's getting all of his targets eaten up by Keenan and Quentin Johnson, like I mentioned. But yeah, sketchy team from Sutton. Very sketchy. Hayden's super confusing. Bucky and Jalen Warren both didn't find the end zone. Neighbors went from 40 one week to 3 the next. That's the Rusty experience. Good thing it's Jackson Dart time. I don't know if it actually is going to help, but we'll see. Tyreek was solid again, but Ridley, man, I have Ridley in another league. He is just bad. I think the Titans have scored 1 non-field goal this year. I like Cam Ward. I think he might be okay, but man, that team and him in that team is just ugly. It's bad. Not confident about Hayden's team moving forward. Michael Penix is probably a cut. Probably got to get him off the roster. Ridley is a probably bench for forever. And then on Sutton's side, it's just you're going to be inconsistent with Breece Hall, Ladd, Terry's hurt, Zach Ertz is inconsistent, Rashid Shaheed's probably a bench, and Caleb Williams, who knows? These two teams. Yeah. All right, starting off part 2 with me and Thomas's matchup. What can I say? I absolutely dog-walked an undefeated team. I called it on Sunday morning. I texted the group, said I am going to commit war crimes on Briggs today, And I did. Specifically, the Vikings defense did. That was the craziest shit I have ever seen. Every time they came on red zone, it was a pick six, it was a fumble, they were doing some other fuck shit. It was a fantastic watch. Loved every second of it. For Briggs, it was an Amon-Ra and it was a Hurts week. Amon-Ra obviously looked great yesterday on Monday night. But Jalen Hurts, that was a sneaky awesome game. And I feel very validated because I said last week that the Eagles have become the Chiefs. They're black magic. They're just going to win the game. It doesn't matter how. One week they throw for like 80 yards and win 10-11, and then the next week Jalen Hurts comes out and has that stat line. And that was all in the second half, basically. Actually, not basically. It was all in the second half. Like, they're just going to win games. They're a freak team with just talent everywhere. I don't know, dude. The Eagles are going to be impossible to beat if they keep pulling fuck shit like that. But the rest of Thomas's team, Chase Brown this season has carried the ball 47 times. He has 93 yards. He's been horrendous. I think that offense and that offensive line are horrendous. I think Jake Browning's not good enough to help. I would be scared about Chase Brown. Tucker Kraft had the one breakout week. Otherwise, mid. Shout out the commies for giving him like a 40-point week. J-Mo has not looked good. And Trey Benson didn't have the best day, but now he's RB1 in Arizona, so he'll at least be startable for Briggs. Nothing to worry about on Briggs' team other than the fact that Marv might officially be a bust. On my team, the Bills stack is fantastic. James Cook is just awesome. I was a little nervous when they only had 43. I mean, that was still solid, but I really would have liked if they got like 60 or something. But otherwise, my four running backs, Etienne, Cook, Pollard, and Dobbins have been awesome. I will be in the market for a tight end to replace Fannin Jr. I just can't trust Flacco. No offense. And my wide receivers are just... There's nobody to throw to Jamar Chase. I know that game was especially bad, but I'm nervous. And Devonta Smith on the Eagles is just going to be, does Jalen Hurts have to throw the ball this week? If so, then he will get points. But like if the Eagles are playing a bad team, then they're not going to throw. They're just going to run it like 80 times, and Devonta Smith is going to be horrible, which is a shame because those are my literally only two wide receivers. Anyway, good win. Ran up the score. It felt great. I'm 2-1. Me and Ish are hot on the tails of Scott, putting up a lot of points. Excited for next week. Let's get into these last two matchups. All right, second to last matchup is Rob versus Clay. Rob takes him down. I got this one right. Rob, commanding win on the backs of your running backs, who were awesome. Jonathan Taylor and the Colts. I'm not convinced that they're good, but they sure as hell... Jonathan Taylor sure as hell is good for fantasy. Like, they still have beaten two really shitty teams and then the 1-2 Broncos on kind of a fluke, so who knows if they're actually good, but I think JT's officially back. Amari and Hampton look good, finally, and Najee's done. He's gone. Probably the funniest play I've ever seen anyone tear an Achilles on. I felt bad, but then Justin Herbert took the snap, jumped over him, and threw a dart. It was fucking hilarious. Shout out Jay Herbo. He's having a hell of a year. Rob Pickens will take an uptick with CD out. Kate Otten, the little zero burger, is absurd. Get him the fuck out of here. Romo got paid and then shanked two of them. Brian Thomas Jr. at least is being made up for by Rome Odunze, who has been very, very legit. But Brian Thomas Jr. looks like he might just be done with football. He looks awful. Good win, though, Rob. For Clay, this is a horrifying team. Jaden's hurt. Jordan Love looked bad. McCaffrey is very quietly averaging 23 a game. He's not even running the ball that much. He's just kind of awesome. Stevenson is probably pretty much done, and Clay doesn't really have any other running backs. Judy is awful. Bowers, even against that Commies defense, didn't look good. 12's probably about DK's ceiling. You plug, I don't know how to say that guy's name, the rookie on the Titans in for Pitts, at least that was good. Yeah, I have the Judy, Bowers, Jaden Daniels, 1, 2, 3 in my other league, and I have easily the worst roster in the league. So, not looking good for Clay. Good win, Rob. Clay, you're one of those teams that should probably start wheeling and dealing. It's scary hours out here. And finally, the matchup that time forgot because Mikosi didn't say anything in the group chat. He won again, though. Auto draft team, 2-1. Cal was a 7-point underdog. He covered the spread at least. You know what they say, Cal. Good teams win, great teams cover. Way to get it. I did pick Mikosi to win this. The Cal Black Magic might be as dead as the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, you can't lose on a Hunter Henry legacy day, Cal. That's all I'm going to say. Like, you can't waste KW3 2 touchdowns and a 30 bomb from Hunter Henry. It's just bad team management. For Mikosi, yeah, I have no idea what to think of this team. His 2 wide receivers just had a day. The rest of the team is mid. Genty's looked not very good to start the season. Hubbard hasn't looked that great. Debo finally had a bad game, and Kelsey just looks old and angry at everyone. So I wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. I forgot that the Steelers and McLaughlin combined for 35 fucking points. That's how he won. Okay. Yeah, Cal, you kind of got fucked there. But still, putting up 124. If you weren't 1 and 2, I would say you probably feel okay. That's a lot of points, especially in our league. But, yeah. All right. Good win, Mikosi, 2-1. All right, so yeah, we're back here, and it's been affecting the league a lot. I feel like we've been getting so many injuries. So I went and looked. Just going to read off the injuries. Charbonnet, Evan Ingram, James Conner out for the season. Aaron Jones, IR. Tyrone Tracy Jr., Najee Harris out for the year. Kittle, IR. Jaden out. Jaden Reed, shattered collarbone. Colson Loveland's out. Terry McLaurin has a quad injury. Purdy has a toe and a shoulder. Fields is out. J.J. McCarthy is out, but they said he's going to Europe? I don't know. Burrow, turf toe, done for 3 months. CeeDee Lamb, ankle sprain, done for a couple weeks. Mike Evans, hammy, I think? Done for a while. He's old. Juwan Jennings is out, and Worthy is out. And those are just the ones I could think of off the top of my head. The injuries are hitting hard, fellas. Somebody is going to lose their workhorse. I'm looking down. Nobody's, like, losing Kittle's tough. Losing Connor's tough. Losing Mike Evans is tough. CD will be back. Like, Kyle losing Burrow is the worst we've had so far. But everyone except Kyle, you still are in this. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the predictions. Good week 3, lads. Let's go.